Welcome back here on your Wednesday morning. Obviously an incredibly intense night of weather across central Nebraska. This was what's out there right now. We do not have any severe thunderstorm warnings in effect for our coverage area, but I want to put this into motion as you see these storms that rolled through central Nebraska, including around the Grand Island area. You know, we're focused on Grand Island, but obviously there's many more towns around Grand Island that saw significant damage. These storms started up in South Dakota. They weakened a bit, and then as they hit right just north of Grand Island, these storms really exploded in intensity, and that's where we saw those 80 to nearly 90 mile per hour winds. Let's go ahead and switch over to our reflectivity mode and give you an idea of what's going on here in southeast Nebraska as of right now. We do have some strong thunderstorm activity just to the south of Hebron, getting ready to move into northern Kansas down into Republic County. We have the potential of maybe some small hail associated with these storms, but again, right now we do not have any severe thunderstorm warnings in effect. Let's go up here. Well, you know what? Let's I want to talk about this flash flood warning real quick here for parts of Howard and Greeley County. Around 3 to 4 inches of rain fell. There is the concern that flash flooding will be occurring in some of these areas. And notice that we do have thunderstorm activity from Osceola back towards Fullerton. Nothing severe again, so we want to make that very clear that we do not have any severe thunderstorms right now, but a lot of lightning associated with some of these storms. Okay, now let's talk about these storms from Taylor back towards Dunning, very slowly moving off to the southeast, and that is the problem here. In a lot of areas, these storms really are moving very slowly, and there is going to be some flooding concerns. You know, I'm looking at you guys up here in Sargent. You had the flooding rains last Friday. There is quite a bit of rainfall just to your north, and that could kind of aggravate those concerns. We need to keep an eye on that. Now, let's talk about what's going to happen the rest of the day, because eventually these morning thunderstorms will come to an end. We do have a slight risk of severe weather from kind of Interstate 80 southward. We're actually going to have the potential of isolated thunderstorms developing this afternoon, and they could have the potential of severe weather. And then another round of thunderstorms will push in tonight into early tomorrow morning, and they will have the potential of becoming severe. Our temps mid-60s right now, 66 York, Hebron, 68 in McCook, 73 in Ogallala. Let's take a look at your future cast. Now again, there will be the potential of a little bit of thunderstorm activity trying to develop as we get into this afternoon. Very isolated storms, maybe even isolated severe weather will not be out of the question. But notice as we get into tonight, another round of more widespread rainfall looks to be moving in. This is 1 a.m. and notice the intense thunderstorm activity in south central Nebraska that lines up with that severe outlook, that slight risk. We will have the risk overnight of severe weather. It's going to be very dependent on where our low-level jet sets up. But severe weather a possibility, but also we could be talking about the threat of locally heavy rainfall. So again, tonight still looks to be a really good chance of showers and thunderstorms in the area, maybe some severe weather, maybe some flooding rains, everything kind of coming together. Now 87 the high today. It'll be warm, it will be muggy. We'll be down to 78 tomorrow, 80 Friday. Heading into the weekend, low 80s on the way, a chance of storms primarily overnight Saturday into Sunday. And then a chance of scattered activity Monday into Tuesday as this pattern remains somewhat active. So again, we actually have a couple of rounds of severe weather that may be possible today. Very isolated storms this afternoon. Those look to be much more of a question mark, but there is concern that again, overnight into tomorrow morning, we may see another round of intense thunderstorms roll through, especially areas along and south of I-80, including some of you that got hit hard earlier last night. So we got to keep an eye on things very closely.